Building a better land by keeping our homegrown talent right here.
Cleveland appears to be turning the page on its well-documented brain drain. New grads leaving in droves in search of better paying jobs in other states. But tonight in our special series on missed opportunities, Homa Bash shows us why the mass exodus seems to be slowing.
The towering buildings, the shiny new restaurants, the bright lights. The so-called Renaissance of Cleveland is easy to see if you just look. It's why Ari Lewis, a native New Yorker, is launching his companies from here.
For me, starting a company, there's such a great talent pool in Cleveland, which people don't realize.
Lewis graduated from Case Western Reserve University in 2017, packed his bags and moved back home to New York. Then realized he wanted to return to the land.
If you look at San Francisco or New York City, they always talk about like building a startup out of a garage. Well, now the garage costs $1 million. You can't go and, build the startup out of the garage. But in Cleveland, Ohio, you could do it for really relatively low cost. There's great talent here. And there's money here and there's capital here.
Investment into big and small companies and startups is something the city of Cleveland has turned to heavily in the last decade.
It's about supporting entrepreneurship.
Kevin Schmaltzer is Cleveland's executive of small business development, marking 20 years with the city.
We never used to fund startup businesses, so to look at this and say, how could we fill these vacant spaces, these vacant buildings in our neighborhoods, in our city, we had to change.
So change they did. In the last 12 years, data from the city shows they have invested more than $430 million in various businesses and real estate ventures. Those investments creating roughly 23,000 jobs.
It helps bring people to our respective neighborhoods, into our downtown, brings vibrancy.
And it's what keeps young professionals and graduating students from our colleges and universities here.
Things have shifted for Cleveland, but that all goes back to its natural asset base, its natural charm as a city, and its quality of life.
Roland Anglin, Dean of the College of Urban Affairs at Cleveland State, says roughly 80% of their graduates remain in the area. And their curriculum has shifted in recent years, working closely with employers to get students jobs right out the gate.
That's critical, because if you can get a young person a good job on the first time out, they tend to stay with you.
It's the same story for Case Western Reserve University.
I think the entrepreneurial ecosystem of the area of Cleveland specifically, but certainly Northeast Ohio, has changed dramatically.
That, combined with the city's affordability, recreation and cultural opportunities, and untapped talent, have become a big sell.
I would say do more of the same, because I think students really are thinking differently about career. They really are thinking about a lifestyle.
And for young professionals like Ari, that couldn't be more true.
I really think it's an up-and-coming city, and in 10 years, 20 years, it's going to be one of the top cities in America to live.
Ari tells us another big sell to come to Cleveland and Northeast Ohio is how pro-technology and pro-innovation our state government is, lending a hand when it's needed. Reporting in Cleveland, Homa Bash, News 5.